About 45 minutes. Most of the German fire now is concentrated to the westward.
Saving Private Ryan didn't just make history, it rewrote the rules. The cast pushed to the breaking point. The director fought the studio every single day, and the stories behind the camera are wilder than anything on screen. These are 20 weird facts about Saving Private Ryan. And the bonus fact? Let's just say even the studio couldn't believe what happened. Lock and load. This one gets brutal fast.
You got an exit wound. It's in the small of your back.
Fact 1. Tom Sizemore's sobriety ultimatum. Tom Sizemore finds himself at a personal crossroads. His role as Sergeant Horvath in Saving Private Ryan is a career-defining moment, yet his off-screen life teeters on the brink of disaster due to a crippling drug addiction. Steven Spielberg, aware of Sizemore's issues, offers a simple but stern ultimatum: undergo daily drug tests or be fired immediately. The stakes couldn't be higher for Sizemore. Each day on set, he faces not only the demands of a physically grueling shoot, but also the mental battle of staying clean. Spielberg's no-nonsense approach is a gamble, but it pays off. Not only does Sizemore deliver a compelling performance, but the experience also marks a turning point in his life. This moment of tough love and high stakes adds an underlying tension to Sizemore's portrayal, infusing Horvath with a raw, honest grit that resonates with audiences.
If God be for us, who could be against us?
Fact 2. The beach landing that haunts. The opening scene of Saving Private Ryan is nothing short of cinematic history, but its creation is as harrowing as the action it depicts. Filmed over 4 weeks on the Curracloe Strand in County Wexford, Ireland, this 25-minute sequence costs around $12 million and involves over 1,500 extras, many of whom are Irish Army Reserve members. The logistics are daunting, with every explosion and bullet whizzing by under Spielberg's meticulous direction. But what's most haunting is its impact. Veterans who watch the premiere reportedly suffer visceral flashbacks, some needing to leave the theater. It's a testament to the authenticity Spielberg captures, bringing the horrors of war to the screen in an unflinching manner. This scene doesn't just set a new standard for realism in war films. It sears itself into the collective memory of its audience, leaving a legacy that's as haunting as it is revered.
Just want to leave it here so they can ambush the next company that comes along? No.
Fact 3. Ed Burns' unlikely casting journey. Edward Burns never expects to find himself in a Spielberg epic. Known mainly for his indie projects, Burns catches Spielberg's eye quite serendipitously. Spielberg, flipping through channels one night, stumbles upon a small indie film, The Brothers McMullen, directed and starred by Burns. Intrigued by Burns' naturalistic style, Spielberg offers him the role of Private Reiben without a conventional audition process. This unexpected break is both a dream and a daunting challenge for Burns, as he transitions from indie auteur to ensemble player in a major studio production. Burns not only holds his own but brings an everyman authenticity to Reiben that complements the ensemble's chemistry. His journey from indie obscurity to starring in an iconic war film is a testament to how chance encounters can pivot careers, adding depth to the ensemble's dynamic.
Hey, up. Yes. Listen to me, all right?
Yeah.
Fact 4. Matt Damon's isolation, a tactical move. Matt Damon stands apart from his co-stars long before the cameras roll. Spielberg, in a calculated move to heighten authenticity, keeps Damon separate from the rest of the main cast during the pre-production boot camp. While Tom Hanks and the others bond over grueling military drills, Damon exists on the fringes. This decision isn't about favoritism, it's about creating a tangible sense of disparity. When Damon finally joins the group on screen, there's a natural tension, a slight alienation, exactly what the Ryan would experience being the missing piece among desperate rescuers. The deliberate isolation pays dividends, amplifying the emotional core of the film. It underscores the theme of sacrifice and brotherhood, making Damon's eventual emergence not just a plot climax, but a resonant, emotional catharsis.
How am I supposed to know who we got?
Fact 5. Spielberg's personal connection to World War II. For Steven Spielberg, Saving Private Ryan is more than a directorial challenge. It's a deeply personal homage. The film is inspired by his father, Arnold Spielberg, a World War II veteran who serves in the China-Burma-India theater. Growing up listening to his father's stories, Spielberg develops a profound respect for the greatest generation. This personal connection fuels his passion for authenticity, driving him to recreate the visceral chaos of battle in a way that's never been seen before. Spielberg's dedication to detail and emotional truth transforms the film from a mere cinematic experience to a deeply impactful tribute. His personal stakes in the project infuse every frame with a sincerity that resonates with audiences and veterans alike, ensuring the film's place as a seminal work in war cinema. Fact 6. Recreating the real Omaha Beach. When Spielberg decides to bring the Normandy invasion to life, authenticity becomes his unwavering goal. However, filming on the actual Omaha Beach proves impossible due to its historical significance and logistical challenges. Instead, Spielberg finds a near-perfect stand-in at Curracloe Strand in County Wexford, Ireland, a location that requires meticulous alterations to match the treacherous Omaha landscape. The crew moves an astonishing 1,500 tons of sand to sculpt the beach, building bunkers and obstacles with painstaking care. This dedication to realism is evident on screen, where every inch of the recreated beach pulses with the chaos and brutality of that fateful day. Spielberg's commitment to getting it right ensures that audiences aren't just watching history, they're experiencing it. Fact 7. The unscripted tear, a moment of truth. Amidst the chaos of fictional warfare, a single unscripted tear becomes one of the film's most poignant moments. During the scene where Captain Miller, played by Tom Hanks, reflects on the futility of their mission to save one man at the cost of others, a tear escapes down his cheek. This wasn't in the script. Hanks, immersed in his character's turmoil, allows raw emotion to seep into his performance. Spielberg, recognizing the genuine power of this moment, keeps it in the final cut. This unscripted tear speaks volumes about the human cost of war, crystallizing the film's exploration of duty and sacrifice. It transforms a scripted scene into a universal statement on grief and resilience, touching audiences with its unguarded honesty. Fact 8. The boot camp that changed everything. To prepare for their roles, the main cast undergoes an excruciating 10-day boot camp led by Marine veteran Captain Dale Dye. Initially resistant, the actors quickly realize its value as they endure pouring rain, physical exhaustion, and relentless military drills. Tom Hanks and his fellow actors are stripped of their Hollywood personas, molded into a cohesive unit of soldiers. The shared hardship forges a bond that translates powerfully onto the screen. The actors understand the camaraderie and fear that permeate their characters' lives. It's not just method acting, it's a transformation that gives their performances an unshakable authenticity. This boot camp doesn't just prepare them for their roles, it changes them, turning a group of actors into a believable squad of brothers.
Ryan, 101st Airborne? Ryan, you know a guy named Ryan?
Fact 9. The sound of war, a sonic revolution. When it comes to recreating the tumultuous noise of battle, Spielberg spares no effort. The sound design of Saving Private Ryan becomes an industry benchmark, led by sound designer Gary Rydstrom. Rydstrom crafts an auditory landscape so accurate that it's both jarring and immersive. Using a mix of live recordings, authentic World War II weaponry, and innovative Foley techniques, the team recreates the deafening chaos of D-Day with unprecedented realism. The distinctive ping of an M1 Garand rifle and the gut-wrenching explosions are designed to hit audiences viscerally, making them feel as if they are in the midst of combat. This sound revolution doesn't merely accompany the visuals, it commands attention, redefining what cinematic sound can achieve and leaving a lasting impact that echoes through the halls of film history.
Some fucking genius had the great idea.
Fact 10. Spielberg's secret cinematic tool. Steven Spielberg isn't afraid to bend reality to serve his vision. In Saving Private Ryan, he employs a bleach bypass process to create the film's distinctive desaturated look. The technique involves skipping the bleaching stage during film processing, leaving silver in the emulsion and enhancing contrast. The result is stark, gritty visuals that mirror the brutality and chaos of war. This unique aesthetic choice is not just about style, it serves a deeper purpose. It strips away any glamour, forcing audiences to confront the raw and unfiltered reality of combat. Spielberg's ability to manipulate the film's visual texture underscores his mastery of the medium, transforming the screen into a canvas that both captivates and unsettles, bringing viewers closer to the historical events without the comfort of distance. Fact 11. The precision of chaos, Spielberg's direction. Steven Spielberg's directorial approach on the set of Saving Private Ryan is as calculated as it is chaotic. He abandons traditional shot lists and storyboards for the film's battle scenes, opting instead for spontaneous decisions that emulate the unpredictability of combat. Spielberg uses multiple handheld cameras to capture the raw, frenetic action, allowing for a level of improvisation that keeps both the cast and crew on edge. This unorthodox method doesn't just capture a scene, it creates an atmosphere that mirrors the confusion and terror of war for both actors and audiences. The results are sequences that don't just depict chaos, but embody it. This controlled disorder delivers an immediacy and authenticity that grips viewers, ensuring that the chaos of war isn't just observed, but felt.
Jackson.
Fact 12. Veterans' Seal of Approval. When Saving Private Ryan previews for audiences, the most telling reviews come from those who lived through the events depicted on screen. World War II veterans, toughened by their experiences, find themselves stirred by Spielberg's depiction of the Normandy invasion. Reports surface of veterans leaving screenings in tears, some overwhelmed by the film's visceral realism. Spielberg's commitment to authenticity resonates deeply with these men, who see their own experiences reflected with unflinching honesty. The film is lauded not just as a cinematic achievement, but as a powerful tribute to the sacrifices of the greatest generation. This endorsement from those who were there is perhaps the highest praise Spielberg could receive, affirming the film's status as a truthful and respectful homage. Fact 13. A silent protest, Spielberg's editing choice. In a daring editorial move, Spielberg insists on a reduced soundtrack at key moments throughout Saving Private Ryan. This choice, particularly evident in the storming of Omaha Beach, subverts typical war film conventions. By dialing down the music, Spielberg enhances the realism of combat, letting the raw sound of warfare, gunfire, screams, and explosions take precedence. This decision is more than stylistic. It's a protest against the glamorization of war, stripping away any cinematic sheen to present a stark, unvarnished truth. The absence of music leaves space for audiences to fill with their own emotions, inviting a deeper, more personal engagement with the harrowing events on screen. In this silence, Spielberg finds a voice for those who can no longer speak for themselves. Fact 14. Vin Diesel's breakthrough moment. Before Saving Private Ryan, Vin Diesel is an unknown actor struggling to find his break. His performance as Private Caparzo changes that trajectory. Spielberg discovers Diesel through a short film Diesel writes and directs called Multifacial, which showcases his acting range and raw talent. Impressed, Spielberg casts him in the ensemble, providing Diesel with his first major role. Though Caparzo's screen time is limited, Diesel's intensity leaves a lasting impression. This role catapults him into the spotlight, leading to further opportunities and eventual stardom. Diesel's journey from obscurity to recognition reflects the ensemble's diverse fabric, illustrating how even in a film focused on war's grand scale, individual stories and talents can shine through and find their place in cinematic history.
Maybe I should go left.
Fact 15. The controversial opening, critics divided. Spielberg's depiction of the Omaha Beach assault triggers debate among critics and audiences alike. While many praise its visceral realism, calling it one of the greatest combat sequences ever filmed, others argue it's too intense, veering into the territory of gratuitous violence. This controversy doesn't diminish the opening's impact. Instead, it fuels discussions about the purpose of realism in cinema. Spielberg defends his choice, asserting that the graphic nature is essential to honoring the sacrifices made by soldiers. This approach forces viewers to confront the gritty realities of war, challenging them to look beyond the spectacle to the human cost. The scene's divisive reception underscores its power, ensuring it remains a focal point of conversation about the portrayal of war on screen.
Start going through those.
Fact 16. The unexpected influence of video games. In an unusual twist, Saving Private Ryan finds an unlikely legacy in the world of video games. The film's intense realism and immersive battle sequences inspire a new wave of video game design, particularly influencing the Medal of Honor series, which Spielberg himself helps develop. The game captures the same gritty atmosphere and moral complexity introduced by the film, allowing players to experience WWII's chaos interactively. This cross-medium influence blurs the lines between cinema and gaming, expanding the film's reach and impact. It demonstrates how powerful storytelling can transcend its original form, shaping not just film history, but also the evolution of other entertainment industries, redefining how historical narratives are both told and experienced. Fact 17. John Williams's subdued score. When John Williams, the maestro behind many of Spielberg's greatest works, composes the score for Saving Private Ryan, he takes a surprisingly restrained approach. Known for his sweeping, iconic themes, Williams crafts a score that is hauntingly subdued, allowing the film's sound design to dominate. This decision is intentional, serving to highlight the film's raw realism by ensuring the music supports rather than overwhelms. The score's understated elegance complements the film's themes of sacrifice and loss, adding emotional nuance without detracting from the visual and auditory power. In choosing restraint over grandeur, Williams demonstrates that sometimes the most profound statements are made not with volume, but with the quiet dignity of reflection, echoing the silent heroism the film seeks to honor. Fact 18. The Unseen Hand, Spielberg's cinematic mastery. One of Spielberg's most subtle yet brilliant directorial choices in Saving Private Ryan is the use of desaturation and handheld cameras to create an immediate, immersive experience. The decision to use handheld cameras places viewers in the heart of battle, with the camera's movements mimicking a soldier's unsteady gaze amidst chaos. This technique complements the film's bleached color palette, stripping away cinematic gloss to present a stark, uncompromising reality. Spielberg's use of these visual strategies isn't just technical, it's deeply thematic. By immersing viewers so thoroughly in the soldier's perspective, he blurs the line between audience and participant, making the horrors of war unmistakably real. This unseen hand guides the narrative with finesse, illustrating Spielberg's unmatched ability to craft stories that linger long after the credits roll. Fact 19. The impact of historical advisors. In Saving Private Ryan, authenticity is paramount, and Spielberg leaves no stone unturned, enlisting military advisors to ensure accuracy. Among them is Dale Dye, a retired Marine captain, whose expertise helps ground the film in reality. Dye's influence extends beyond training the actors. He advises on everything from tactics to uniforms, even playing a small role as Colonel Robert Sink. This attention to detail pays off, lending an undeniable credibility to the film's depiction of World War II combat. The advisor's contributions are critical, offering insights that transform the film from a Hollywood spectacle into a poignant, respectful tribute to those who served. Their involvement cements the film's status as a benchmark for historical accuracy in war cinema, resonating with audiences worldwide who seek not just entertainment, but truth. Fact 20. The emotional toll on Tom Hanks. For Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan is not just another role. It's an emotional journey fraught with intensity. As Captain Miller, Hanks carries the weight of the film, his character's moral dilemmas and leadership struggles reflecting the broader horrors of war. Hanks immerses himself deeply into this character, often finding the emotional toll overwhelming. Behind the scenes, he discusses the weight of historical responsibility he feels in portraying the soldiers' stories accurately and honorably. This dedication shows in his performance, where every decision, every line, resonates with authenticity. Hank's portrayal is both a tribute to real-life soldiers and a testament to his own commitment to the craft. His portrayal enhances the film's emotional impact, leaving an indelible impression on audiences and reinforcing his status as a consummate actor.
I can't see my brother's faces.
If this deep dive into one of cinema's most legendary films left you thinking, go ahead and like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which fact